Hey guys, so in this kind of extra part of my Styling Online series, I'm going to show you how to watermark your photos, both using your phone and using computer as well. I was asked to do this a lot of my previous videos, so I thought I would do this for you guys. So I'm just going to show you what I do to watermark my photos on my phone. I usually use this if I'm going to be putting a photo on Instagram. I don't usually use this for my shop, but of course you can use these techniques for any kind of photo that you want to watermark. Whether it be for Instagram, for your blog, for your shop, for anything that you do, you can use this technique to watermark any photo. So I'm going to be using a program called Line Camera. This is free, you don't need to pay anything to download it, and to do a watermark you don't need to pay for any app add-ons or anything like that. This is my favourite app to use for this sort of purpose. I do like to use Typic Pro because it has very nice fonts, but you do have to pay for that app. So I'm just going to show you how to do it with a free app, but if you want to try Typic Pro I do recommend it because it has some really nice fonts on there. So you open it up and it gets a screen like this. You can take a photo if you want, or you can click down here and go to your already taken photos. So I'm going to watermark this Taromi resin piece picture, which is the one I took in my last video showing you how to photograph your products. So you can change the size of the crop if you want it to be that size, or if you want it to be square or something like that. If it's going to be for your shop, you want to keep it this size. If it's for Instagram, I usually make it square because it's easier afterwards to upload it to Instagram. But for purposes of this, I will keep it as a rectangle. Then you have a lot of effects that you can use. I generally don't bother. Sometimes if the lighting's a bit dark, I will use the baby effect, which makes it a bit brighter, but I generally don't bother with that because generally if you're taking a good photo you don't need to do that. You can add frames and stickers, which I only do if I'm going to do on Instagram, but for the purposes of watermarking you just want to go to the text tool and then you can type in your text. So my shop name is Milk Chocolate Dreams, so I'll do that, but generally I just do Frainyxo for Instagram, obviously. Press next and then you have a choice of fonts. You can use the fonts that already come on the app like this. They're pretty plain fonts, but there might be one that you really like, or you can go to this icon where you can download a bunch of fonts which look really awesome, and I do believe that they are free. So for example, Exploding Sheep, that's a cool font name. See, it's a free download, so you can basically just click that, it downloads it straight away. Then you're done. You can go into here and you can find your font. I generally like these fonts that I've used here. Let's just pick this one. This one's called Genesu. You can change the colour to whatever you want. You can also choose your own colour from here. I'll just make it white for now, and then you just move it down to the corner. You can change the size, but I think that size is quite good. And there you go, click off it and there you go, you have your watermarked photo. Simple as that. All you have to do is click the save button and it's done. So that's how you do it on your phone. I think it's really easy. Line Camera is a really great app to use. I use it for my pictures that have Molang on them. So these Molang stamps I bought, they cost about, well, I don't know, $1.99 I think it was, or was it 99 pence? I can't remember, but it wasn't expensive, and there's some really cute Molangs which I use on there for my Instagram photos, which everybody seems to ask about that, so that's how I do that. So you do have to pay for extra stamps and things if you want. There are a lot of free download stamps on Line Camera, and obviously the free fonts as well, which are really good. And I think the fonts is one of the reasons I really like Line Camera, because there's a lot of choice for it. So I'm going to go switch to my computer now and I'm going to show you how to watermark your photos using a program called Pixlr. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to edit your photos now using an application called Pixlr on the internet. So what you want to do is go pixlr.com. You don't want to go on Express or anything, just go on pixlr.com. And then you get this open up. So Playful, I don't really use, it's a bit too simple for what I use it for. You can try it out. Efficient is what I use for all my video thumbnails, just because it's a lot easier than doing anything too complicated on Photoshop, because I'm very lazy when it comes to video thumbnails. Unless I want to do something really complicated, I stick with Express. Then Pixel Editor is very similar to Photoshop, so I'm sure a lot of you out there know Photoshop, but you can't get it because it's expensive. I understand, which is why I'm not going to do this tutorial on Photoshop. But if you do have Photoshop, you can use this in the same way, just obviously use it on Photoshop instead of Pixlr. So you're going to open up Pixlr, and it's going to come up with something like this. So what you want to do is you can take your photograph of your product, type your watermark on and save it. But if you have a lot of photos to watermark, typing it on takes a long time. So what I like to do is I like to create a watermark template, so I can just basically copy and paste this on all my photos, and it makes it a lot easier. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm just going to leave it as this for now. We're going to change this to 1024 by 768. It doesn't really matter what you use because we'll be cropping it down anyway, but I like to just make it big for now. What you want to do is see the layers over here. You want to double click this to unlock the layer. This will make it layer 0. Add another layer and delete the first layer. The first layer is all white. What we want to do is we want to make the layer transparent. As you can see, all the little grey squares around here. This means that the picture is transparent, and whatever you put on top, it will not show white through the back of it. I'm not sure how to explain it. It just makes the background transparent, so you can put it on top of another image and still have the other image showing through underneath. And I'll show you what I mean by that later on in this little tutorial video. So next we're going to add some text. So we're just going to make our watermark. So my shop name is Milk Chocolate Dream. You can change the font. There is a lot of fonts. You can see them appearing up here when I scroll over them. There's a lot of fonts, but there's not, like, they're all like the normal fonts that come on your computer. You can actually download fonts to your computer and have them appear on Pixlr as well, which is quite handy. So if you want to go onto a font website like dafont.com, I'll leave a couple of good ones in the description. You can download some new fonts and put them on your computer, and they will also appear on this program. So I'm just gonna go find the one I use. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go for this one. It's called Giddy Up Standard. Not entirely sure, but okay. We're going to make it as big as we can possibly get it. I like how the little eye has a star in there. That's quite cute. You can make it any colour you want. Let us make it pink. Yeah, that's nice pink. I like that. Okay. What we can also do is have an outer glow. We can change the colour of the outer glow to white. And what this will mean is when it's on your picture, it'll have a nice white outline on your text. So if you want to have an outline, put the outer glow on and it will have a nice outline on your pictures. And to show this, I will just go into layer 1 and I'll show you what this looks like. See, you can see the white outline around the text there. And it just gives a nice effect on your pictures. Now let's undo this. What we're going to do now is we're going to crop this around our text. So we don't need all the white space around it, we just want the text. And then just click outside the crop and click yes to apply the changes. This will mean that we now have a watermark template. What you want to do now is save this. Save it as whatever you want, so I'm just going to save it as template. And what you want to do is change the format to a PNG. This will mean that the background will stay transparent. If you save it as a JPEG, that nice transparent background that we made will just turn white, and then when you put it on top of a picture, it'll have a white box around it and it won't look good. So you have to use it as transparent as a PNG, and it also means it's high quality as well. So now that we have that saved, we will just put this down the bottom here. We will keep this open and we'll open up another picture. And I'm just going to open up a picture of this necklace. Okay, so the easiest way to copy this over is just simply by taking the layer that your text is on, dragging it over to your image, and it'll appear on your image. Then you can just drag this around. If you want to make it bigger, you can go into Edit, Free Transform, and then change the size of it. So I'll make it like this, put it like this on the image, apply the changes like this, and there we go. That is it. That is simple. I hope that was kind of easy to follow. If you're a little bit confused, just let me know. It's the first time doing a tutorial on the computer like this. But that is just basically it. So I've shown you 2 ways on how you can put a watermark on your photos by using your phone and by using Pixlr. Of course, if you have Photoshop, you can use that. That is obviously the best thing to use. But for something simple like this, Pixlr is pretty good, and also using line camera on your phone is also pretty good. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know if there's any questions you have, or if there's anything else you'd like me to make a video on. I'll see what I can do for you guys. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye! Then Ctrl and V to paste it onto your image. Why isn't it working? Ctrl C to copy. Ctrl V. Why is it not working?